Hello, ladies. I am back. This is Nutritionist Rob with Black Women Obesity TV. And this is probably one of the most important channels that is on YouTube right now for our community, the Black community. For those who have not heard me, this channel is about the obesity problem, basically in the Black community, but I am addressing a lot of our Black females out here that are running our families right now. And so we're going to try to address this problem. So today we're going to do a little something different. I saw on YouTube there was a video about these Black women. It was a panel of Black women. They were talking about they were really tired of people talking how they are obese. So let me set the stage. This video came from Oprah's own network, Oprah Winfrey Network. And again, there was a round table, Black women. And I was looking at the comments of other people on YouTube talking about what these Black women were complaining about. And most of the people on YouTube really condemn these women. And most of the people, Black men and white women, white men, everybody was condemning and blaming these Black women for being obese. Now on this channel, I have a little different take than most people because I'm a nutritionist. And I agree with the people that you're gonna see. So I'm gonna run this video. So if you listen to my other videos, I don't think, and I know for a fact, based on data, it is not the fault of Black women being obese. Now, here's what I want you to listen to when I'm going to run this video. I agree with these ladies. Sounds crazy, but I agree with them. And this is what I've been talking to you on this channel. Obviously, there is some responsibility on what we're choosing to eat. But when you listen to them, there's a few things I want you to listen to. They're going to talk about stress levels. Some of them, one of the ladies says, I'm making some small changes in my life, and you can feel you're going to be able to feel the anger and despair of what's going on with these women. And it's a good thing. They're talking about, this is what I was talking about. You're talking about it. They're going to talk about how white women, if they follow a diet of a white woman, they don't get the same result. This is what I've been telling everybody. You can't follow these European diets, and these processed foods is one of the reasons why we're overweight. And she's going to talk about how the conditions, they didn't create these conditions of the foods. She's right. And she says the policies kill our people. She's right. These policies, I talked to you about Democrats, Republicans, who is responsible, the food companies putting these poisons in our food. She is not wrong. Now, the only thing she's going to talk about the Trump era. That's total bullshit. The Trump era, this thing has been going on for the last 70 years, where processed foods has been destroying the health of the Black community. And then finally, she's going to talk about racism, and she's blaming racism for their conditions of being overweight. She's not wrong. It is racism because they're doing it on purpose. And I told everybody they're doing it on purpose, and I'm trying to explain to everybody how what they're putting in our foods. So this is a different spin on it. So, and then finally they're going to talk about how they struggle to make ends meet. They do struggle to make ends meet. We've been struggling to make ends meet with our food for a long time. But with the plan that I've come up with for the last 30 years, you can easily get this weight off. So let's run this video. I want you to see it. It's only about 2 minutes long. And just check this out, and I'll be right back, and we're gonna dive into it. Okay? Let me run it.
Now, today I'm getting better. The weight It's definitely stress. I don't take care of myself as I used to, but I'm praying about it, moving forward and making small changes in my life. But when that video came on, I resonate so much with that because that's what I was dealing with.
So I actually want us to hold up a little bit before we do this thing where we start blaming ourselves. Like, I hate when people talk about Black women being obese. I hate it. Because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We're moving, we're taking care of kids, but our food quality suffers. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. You can't get access to good health care, good insurance. The research says that Black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower, even when we're following the diet, than our white women counterparts. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
And I'm with you. I'm with you. But I think it's also really important for us to know that we have the power to choose how we see ourselves.
Sure.
All right. That was very interesting. And the thing that I saw in this is that the pain and their anger and the helplessness, how they were feeling, how especially this one woman who was kind of narrating the whole thing felt, and you can feel her crying for help. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you understand what is going on with these foods. Because like she talked about the white women, and I talked to you about the other channels, the other videos about how we do not do well with European Western style of eating. We don't do well with these processed foods. Because at this particular point, we are conditioned to suffer. And because for us, it's okay to be overweight. And it's very sad. But on this channel, we're going to make some changes. And that's why you need to watch as many videos as possible. And you need to tune in when I'm putting out new videos. And you need to order the program. Now, although I do agree with what they were saying, here's one of the issues I have with Black women. You have to stop chasing the validation of white people and white supremacy. Stop chasing it. You have to break away from this whole system of eating. What I'm trying to do is create a culture of eating. And again, I showed you in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, we weren't really overweight because we were not eating processed foods. It was white people eating processed foods. You see, repeating myself again, the food companies are laughing at us. They are actually laughing at us because they don't care. All they want to do is sell food, chemicals, emotions. They're trying to keep you emotional, and you can feel the emotions of how they were on the channel. Everybody was nodding their head, but they don't know what to do. She says, well, I'm going to make some small changes. She says she's making small changes. Small changes? What changes are you making? Are you still eating ramen noodles and hamburger helper? We have to become more intellectual rather than emotional, and take a step back and just think about what's going on out here. It has to be something. The question, why are so many Black women overweight? And I'm trying to let you know, trying to tell you, not based on my opinion, based on data. What is actually happening? What are they putting exactly in the foods that's causing you. And you've got to go into these stores and understand what they are doing. You have to break yourself away from everything. Because when you look at the comments on the channel, and we don't have a lot of people watching it yet, but we're getting there. I noticed that some black women are actually putting their thumbs down on some of the things I'm saying. That's troubling in itself. That they're putting their thumbs down on what I'm trying to give you information on what they are doing to our foods. And right now, we're basically only talking about two things. Monosodium glutamate, which makes you think that the foods taste better than they are. They're playing with your mind. It's brain control. You have to understand that. You have to understand that. I mean, we just got to get off the ignorant train. That's really all that happens. And we have to talk to each other. We have to talk about this. And this video is very good because these women are starting to talk about it. Because in your homes with your families, you're not talking about it. It's a conspiracy of silence. No one's talking about your weight. You're just living with it. I'm here to talk about it. And what are the solutions to the problem? The solutions is understanding what they're doing and not doing what they're doing and getting closer to the foods on God's table. Leave the processed foods alone, the weight comes off. It's simple as that. That is the solution. I mean, for our community, black people, I mean, whatever the food industry says, we do. We believe them. And that's what she needs and black women need to understand and do. Stop believing them. They're lying. I know black people, we're so nice. We're so nice. And we just can't believe that people are this evil and will do things to us. We don't believe that. You've got to get off that train. I mean, it's almost like in America, it's almost a crime to challenge and question the quality of the foods. I mean, I show you the video. I go down into the soda aisle, and all the soda has high fructose corn syrup. And I'm telling you, that's a major problem with your weight. Why would you buy that? Why would you buy that? So right now you're trusting or you're looking for somebody else to tell you something. Now, this is one of the first channels where I'm telling you something. But the first thing you have to do is you got to get your weight off. You got to start losing the weight and then start understanding what they are doing. That is the two big things you have to do. And you have to talk about it. I'm the person you talk to. Because the shame and the guilt is causing depression. It's just helplessness, like I was saying before. You just don't think you can get this thing off. And you've tried before. But I know how to get it off very quickly. See, the real food deception is they're telling you that occasionally it's okay to eat these processed foods and maintain optimum health. That's what you believe. That's what they have you believing. Eventually something's going to happen. The black community is number one in all these diseases. Obesity, which leads to diabetes, hypertension, cancer, stroke, heart disease. And I just don't understand how for the last 400 years of this nonsense that goes on with the relationship between white supremacy and black people, we think that these people care about us. They don't. We have to care about each other and do it together. As a neighborhood and a community, we have to develop a community. We have to have a plan of action. And that's what I do. I help you develop a personal plan so you can start changing your life and your family's life. Now, I'm going to address a little bit the men, these black men that are, a lot of us are unfortunately not in the home, but for the men that are in the house, you and your lady got to get on the same page and stop bringing this stuff into your home. It's bad energy. Bad energy. You don't let a Klansman in your house, and the Klansmen are the ones that's making this food. Brothers, if you're listening, you got to avoid these chemicals at all costs. At all costs. It is war on the food companies. Always remember, we are the enemies. All they want us to do is buy their food. And lastly, the kids. I mean, are you kidding me? You're bringing this stuff in, and your children are eating this stuff. I know you love your kids. I know you love, everybody loves their kids. But the kids are now obese. All these chemicals in the foods. This is the one topic that is missing in the black community. I watch these athletes and entertainers, they endorse junk. I mean, I'm calling out you, I know you're getting the money, but I'm calling out all you athletes and entertainers, you're a big problem. You are a big problem. And you just, it makes me want to throw up watching you people. I'm watching Tostitos, Wendy's, Bojangles, Popeyes, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Cheetos, Doritos, sodas. You're all promoting this stuff just to get the money. I call you marketing coons. And you don't give a damn about black people. You just want to put the money in your pocket. Our so-called leaders, they don't talk about anything what's going on to the food. And on the cooking shows. The cooking shows. Black people don't talk about ingredients. They don't talk about organics. I'm trying to push organics. Why would we want to eat foods with pesticides on it versus foods that do not have pesticides, and they cost the same? On the videos I'm showing you, they cost the same. I watch you shop. It's almost like it's a culture to not purchase organic foods. In the store, I was watching this lady, and I went up to her, I said, can I ask you something? Black lady, let me show you something. Those apples are $1.99 a pound. Non-organic, pesticides, they got the shiny, they look great. I said, let me show you something. Go down to the organics, they're $1.99 a pound. In the same store, obviously. Why wouldn't you buy organics? Because you actually can afford it. Because you're eating processed foods. And processed foods are expensive now. They're not cheap. Cookies and chips and all that stuff. Man, I'm going in there. I said a bag of chips was $4, $5. You gotta get that stuff out of your house. So you so-called leaders out there, and I watched on YouTube, dealing with Halloween and candy and all that nonsense, giving it to our kids. You need to step up your game too. Because I'm calling everybody out here. And I'm here to help. I'm not here to hurt. I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm offering help and a solution to the problem. So one of the solutions is watch the videos. All of them. If you want the program, there's a playlist there. It says Black Women Lives Matter. I give you the whole program on YouTube. Get your pen and pencil out. Take notes. And study the program. Again, I'm here to help you. And what you really need to do is order the program. $19, very expensive, which will include me. We're going to talk. We're going to talk on the phone. And you're going to get your weight off. Then you can tell your mother, your sisters, your friends, and we got to get this weight off and stop talking and doing. I was looking at what Ice Cube was doing for us. All he's doing, and he's giving black people a plan. You just don't go and vote Democrat. He's just giving you a plan. What are you going to get for your vote? That's really what Ice Cube's doing. It's not that big of a deal. We need a plan when it comes to our eating. I mean, I want it to the point we're actually boycotting these ingredients. That's going to take some time. I'm showing you what they are doing to our families and our children. It's very, very serious for the future of us. I love my people. I love my people. And I want to help as much as possible, but you have to participate in what I'm trying to tell you. It's all good. We're not going to be overweight anymore. We're not going to be overweight anymore. I'm looking for some leaders who we can talk to, who I can work with. Athletes, entertainers, personal trainers, other nutritionists. And I'm not even talking about exercise. But back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, there were no gyms in our neighborhoods. All right, that's my last thing I'm going to say today. I'm really getting excited about changing our people, so we can develop a culture of shopping and eating, from the grocery stores, restaurants. So that was good. That was a little longer today. I went long today. I had a lot to say. So anyway, everyone. Oh yeah. So we're gonna continue our fight against high fructose corn syrup, monosodium glutamate. So now we're gonna start looking at more ingredients, so you guys understand what they're doing. So when you walk into the supermarkets, you have an idea and a plan. All right. I love everybody. Watch lots of videos, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that stuff like they tell you to do. Everyone, enjoy your blessings. Stay safe. I'm out.